Hi guys, this is Duke Doom, and welcome to another rant review video. Today we have come to Xbox 360, and I simply wanted to do a video about some of my favorite Xbox 360 games. As most of you know, I'm a huge RPG fan, and so most of these games, I think all of them, are RPGs. It's possible that I will do another Xbox 360 video with not just RPGs, but I wanted to show you some of my absolute favorites for the Xbox 360, maybe some that you have missed and are cheap to pick up now and play if you like playing on the Xbox. So I'm going to start with Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning. This is I don't know how to describe it. It's like a mix of Elder Scrolls and Fable. It has like these comic book characters almost. It's not too silly, but it's the story is written by R.A. Salvatore, Todd McFarlane, and Ken Rolston. It's the basic, you're going to save the world. You have been dead, but you wake up, and you can absorb powers, and it's a good game. If you like role-playing games, I think that you will understand what this is all about. You can also change your class in the middle of the game if you want, if you search certain. So guys, so if you, for instance, is a swordsman and you want to be a bowman instead, you can switch it around how much you want, and that makes it pretty cool, I think, because you can just relocate your experience points to become the character that you want to play. It's not overly hard, but it's a really good role-playing game. Kingdom of Amalur: The Reckoning. The next one is a Diablo clone, more or less. This is Sacred 2, Fallen Angel. It's a top-down role-playing game. You choose one of, I think it is 6 classes. You have the mage, you have the archer, you have the melee fighter, and you walk around this huge world solving quests, saving the world, leveling up, acquiring new equipment. The thing that kind of like makes this stand out from Diablo is that most of it takes place above ground. It's not a lot of... There are dungeons, but it isn't, as many as in Diablo. And it's a very beautiful game, It's often during daytime. You have green grass, and it also have a pretty twisted sense of humor. I really recommend this. It's huge. Now, I had this since I bought it, but I still don't have seen 100% of the map. I haven't visited all cities. It's a mastodon game, and I truly recommend it. Sacred 4, which brings me into a game that I don't want you to buy. If you buy Sacred 2 and you love it, and you want to buy part 3, which is this. This is more of a gauntlet game. There's no open world. You walk through linear corridors, hacking and slashing. It's pretty fun for a hack and slash, but if you think it has something to do with Sacred, except the classes and the humor, which is pretty lousy in this one, you're sorry. You're gonna be sorry. This game have nothing on Sacred. If Sacred is Star Wars, then this is like, I don't know, an Italian Star Wars ripoff from the 70s. Don't buy this unless you find it cheap and you want a hack and slash. It's also pretty difficult, and the lack of saving points just makes it not worth the effort. So that one I don't want to recommend. The next one is more of a action role-playing game. It's very good looking. It's called Hunted, the Demon's Forge. And you play as a duo, a guy and a girl. The girl is an archer and a magician, and the guy is the tank. And you can switch between missions. And I don't know, this game kind of like didn't get the praise it deserved. I've had a lot of fun playing this game. The mechanics is a little bit like Gears of War, like especially with the tank guy, you just run and bash into enemies, and you take cover, and it's a lot of secrets, and it's set in a wonderful fantasy world. I love this game. I really do. Hunted, the Demon's Forge. And I think you can play it System Link and the co-op. So you play one of the characters each. I haven't done that, but I think that would be awesome. Hunted, the Demon's Forge. Next one is... And I must say, these are in no specific order, you know, so the first one isn't the worst or the best, I just pick them from the, yeah. Second one is Diablo, Reaper of Souls, the extended version, Ultimate Evil Edition. If you played Diablo 1 or 2 on the PC, you know exactly, it's a hack and slash, loot-based role-playing game, hack and slashy. I love it. It's beautiful. It has wonderful controls and easy to understand menus, and there's a ton of things to do. I don't think you miss this if you're an Xbox player, but I just wanted to. Diablo 3, and that's the edition, the Reaper of Soul. Next one is Dragon's Dogma from Capcom. Now, I'm not especially fond of Asian role-playing games. I find, except Final Fantasy, because that's nostalgia. But this one is it's like a Western RPG. It's like Skyrim or Dark Souls or thing, you know. And it's kind of like a mix of Skyrim, Dark Souls, and Monster Hunter, and you have to like climb these huge monsters and try to hang on to them while you chop, and you have computer control allies which helps you, and they do a pretty good job actually. it's a long game, and it has plenty of replay value. Dragon's Dogma. I play this so much. Alright, now the next one is a game that I have sworn over. I have broken my nails. It's Dark Souls, of course. You died. And I haven't finished Dark Souls 2. I love the game, but it isn't the same. This is fairly tough. If you learn the patterns of the enemies, you pretty much can beat it. I did, and I suck at gaming. I just love to play. But Dark Souls 2 is... I was checking that the mic was in. Dark Souls 2 is unfair, I think. They just bombard you with enemies that have their own rules, you know. And it's too much. I think they just made it too hard for the sake of the hype. I like it, but it's definitely no Dark Souls 1. And this is a pretty cool edition. You get the game, of course, but you also get this soundtrack and this awesome art book. Now I'm filming in another room. I'm filming in my living room, actually, and I haven't fine-tuned the lights yet, unfortunately, so I know it will be hard to see, but this little book, it's a hardcover, and it's really awesome with all these pictures. So if you're going to buy Dark Souls, I recommend that you buy this edition, the limited edition. Comes in a cool box, and you get that art book, which is just amazing. Now, I had a big problem choosing between the next games. I wanted to choose Skyrim, but I had to go with Oblivion, because even though the mechanics in Skyrim is awesome, it has better graphics, there's something with Oblivion that I really, really love. I don't know what it is. There's... I don't know if it's more of everything, like swords, how they look, and... I don't know. I just love Oblivion. And as you can see, I have the collector's edition, which I also want to recommend. You get a bonus video with a behind the scenes thing. You get this huge kind of like lore book, and I haven't actually read it, but I guess it's full of Narn, I think the planet that it's set on is called. And what else do you get? Well, you get a map, of course. I don't have it in here. Oh, I have it in here. You get a map, a huge map, and the coolest thing, you got a septim. With the Emperor on it. Real metal. And I'm going to be back because my battery is about to die, so I'm going to cut this together. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I had to like move the camera a little bit because the cord was a little bit short. Alright, we have two last games that I want to show you. Now, sorry about that. This one is pretty well known. It's Dragon Age Origins, the first Dragon Age. And you can choose one of, I think it's 3 races. It's a dwarf, elf or human. And you can be a mage, you can be a sword fighter, you can be a rogue. I don't have played Dragon Age 3, unfortunately, because I don't own a PlayStation 1 or an Xbox. What did I just say? Alright, let's take this from the beginning. I don't have an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, so I haven't played Dragon Age 3. But I really love the first one. It's very strategy heavy when it comes to combat, like you can pause the battle and give orders to your team members. And I don't think I need to say that much about it. Now some might be surprised that Mass Effect isn't on this list. I would have put it on this list, but it's an awesome game series, but for me they are more like adventure games. I don't think the role-playing part is that huge. It is huge, but at the same time it feels more like an adventure action game with some role-playing perks. So that's for another list with adventure games, action games. Now the last one I played a lot. This is Divinity 2 Ego Draconis. It is a role-playing game, and it is you get to fly your own dragon, or you transform into a dragon after a while. And it's a beautiful looking game. The graphics might not be top notch, but it's colorful, and sometimes, you know, after playing like Dark Souls for a couple of weeks, you kind of get, well, you want to have some sunshine and some, you know, birds, not just death and stuff. And then this is actually pretty perfect for that. It's a lush environment with woods. Of course there are like dungeon types of things, but not that much. I really liked this. Is part 2. I had part 1 on my PC. I didn't finish it. The PC broke. I think it was more of like a Diablo clone back then. This is of course 3D third-person RPG seen from the back, and it's pretty cool. And I love playing as an archer in this, and you can just level up your archer skills, and you can take out these awful enemies that kills you in kind of like a one hit from a distance. I remember I had a little bit of problem the first time because I concentrated purely on melee, and I didn't have a bow. I love the game. It's a really good game. So these were some of the role-playing Xbox 360 games that I that I wanted to share with you. And perhaps some of you haven't seen or played these. If you get a chance to pick any of them up. And I had a break for a third time because the cat started to fight on the table behind me, and my dog went haywire. So yeah, if you haven't seen these games or haven't played them, they are worth picking up. You can get them pretty cheap these days. I hope you like my little video game review tip videos. I'm going to make more if you want, but that's it for this one. And Nemo is sitting there, one of my cats. He's photo bombing, video bombing. Alright guys, I hope that you will have a lovely evening and a relaxing night or day wherever you are. Remember, there can't be any light without darkness. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.